Imagine if you never had to worry about forgetting anything. As fascinating as it sounds, our brains aren't gigantic vaults built to store all the information we come across. It's unlikely that you remember many details from your early years. Today, you will learn why that is okay and why forgetting helps you learn. Besides, you couldn't have it any other way. Students will stay up late at night before any exam and cram in as many facts and information as possible in an attempt to remember most of it the following day. After so much effort, why do students forget what they have learned? Why is it so difficult to retain information? Is there a reason why our memories fail us so often? Memory loss is attributed to natural aging, decay, and external distractions. Two prevalent concepts. The decay theory suggests that as time passes, so do our memories. But the interference theory claims that human memories deteriorate as newly acquired information displaces older, less critical memories. Hey guys, welcome back to Curiosity Corner. Excited to know about how forgetting helps you learn? Well, I know there are times when you feel overwhelmed, and learning anything new sounds impossible. But by forgetting, you free up space in your mind to focus on the essential things. So watch this video and let me help you learn how to forget faster. But for now, remember to subscribe to our channel so you never miss any curiosity. What causes forgetting? Time or interference? Why can't I remember things is a common question. Still, the truth is that forgetting is natural and occurs at a shockingly rapid rate. According to studies, people forget about half of what they learn within an hour, another half within a day, and the remaining 25% within a week. While the human mind is capable of amazing things, it has a finite amount of space for storing and retrieving information. When we forget something, we either don't remember it or remember it differently than we did before. Forgetting might happen all at once with the interference of new information or slowly as memories fade over time. And that is where two popular concepts come in: interference theory and decay theory. People start forgetting old memories due to the phenomenon of interference. On the other hand, decay suggests that our memories naturally fade with time. Interestingly, the forgetting curve, which depicts how memory fades over time, appears to correlate with decay theory. As described by the Ebbinghaus forgetting curve, the decline in memory retention with time is a natural and inevitable part of aging and other mental or physical factors. According to this theory, humans may forget information they've just acquired within a few days or weeks if they don't actively review it periodically. One key fact to consider here is that some memories resist interference. They're unaffected by distractions and don't always follow the expected forgetting curve because other outside factors influence the information that will be recalled. Interference and its effect on long-term memory retention and learning. Memory interference causes forgetfulness. The likelihood of interference increases when two or more similar events occur. One possible example of how interference may affect our memory is the serial position effect, which shows the propensity to recall first and last things better than those in the middle. Picture this: you've made a grocery list of things you need to buy but left it at home. There's a high chance you'll remember the things listed at the beginning and the end, but you could forget many of the items in between. So, why are you more likely to forget the things listed in the middle when you could have forgotten the first or last item? This is because the first and last things you wrote down are more distinctive, while the fourth and seventh items may look similar enough to interfere. Here, I will dig a bit deeper into the two broad types of interference: proactive and retroactive, to provide you with more meaty information. Proactive interference is when an old memory interferes with the ability to recall a more recent memory by making it difficult or impossible to remember. In contrast, retroactive interference happens when new information interrupts your memory of previously learned material. Some good examples of proactive and retroactive interference are confusing old and new locker codes and home addresses, or mixing up choreography series. The forgetting curve, showing the rate at which we forget over time. When was the last time you enrolled in an online course and instantly recalled everything you learned? Most likely never. The Ebbinghaus forgetting curve can explain this. According to the forgetting curve hypothesis, memory declines with time. The graph illustrates the gradual decay of information without active preservation efforts. According to the forgetting curve, humans lose more than half of what they learn within a few days or weeks if they don't actively work to retain that information in their long-term memory. Dr. Hermann Ebbinghaus, a German psychologist, began researching memory in 1885. He experimented with his memory and memorized a long list of meaningless phrases. Because of his research, we now talk about the forgetting curve. It describes how our memory has been impacted by age and repetition. The forgetting curve's initial slope is the steepest. Learners may forget half of what they've learned in the first hour or two after receiving instruction, and almost all of it in a week. Spaced repetition may shift the forgetting curve and give learners more agency over what material is retained and left behind. Spaced repetition, conquering the forgetting curve. Our memories are short-lived, but they may be strengthened by a review session that occurs soon after the initial stage of learning. You should plan a review session when your memory starts to fade significantly, but not to the point where you have to start from scratch. Reviewing and recalling information at regular intervals until adequate learning has been done, this memory method is known as spaced repetition. This method of remembering improves long-term retention by stimulating repetitive recall of information. Do you know that the science underpinning popular language learning apps like Duolingo and Memrise, as well as the Pimsleur technique, is spaced repetition? These language apps are built using spaced repetition, which involves reviewing previously acquired material regularly. Since we know that spacing out study time is the most effective learning method, let's look at the optimal levels. The same question was investigated in a 2008 study with approximately 1,300 participants. Researchers discovered that the longer the time between the first and second study sessions, the more prepared you'll be for the exam. To give you an idea, if the test is in a week, you should give yourself 2 or 3 days to prepare. However, if the test is in 3 months, the gap should be 2 to 3 weeks. Forgetfulness is power. Yes, you heard it right. Eventually, you're most likely to forget everything. Many theories explain how and why we fail to remember. Memory recall may become problematic with time, or new information may interfere with old memories with so much data clamoring for our attention. Information is constantly bombarding us. Therefore, it's essential to learn to tune it out and ignore that noise so that it doesn't get in the way of discovering anything meaningful. So this is it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. If you did, remember to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you want to watch some exclusive videos that will pique your curiosity, be sure to click the subscribe button. Until the next video, stay curious and peace out.